Since the coronavirus lockdown and we've all kind of been set at home, having to do our Zoom meetings for the BNI, first thing we should probably do is probably dress appropriately. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, now we're a little bit better off, ready to go for our BNI tutorial. Since we're at home, I think it's still important people, at least if they're going to be going to a meeting, kind of treat it like a meeting. And let's talk a little bit about how to light and make your background in your video just a little bit better. So from that, let's jump right into a BNI meeting. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot this entire thing using what we have here in the house. I'm not going to use, for this setup here, we're going to use the background that we have. We're going to use natural light from the windows, and we're going to use my iPhone. So going to just kind of run through real quickly how we can just make the background look a little bit nicer, pull you out of it just by a little bit, and allow for a little bit better Zoom meeting. Here I have my camera and a tripod, very important. The other thing is make sure that you're trying to be eye level with your camera. It's really important when you're doing that. You're not looking up the nose, having everyone looking up your nose, or down from your eyebrows down. Trying to get as straight as you can really does help. The other thing too is pull the camera back just a little bit. You can still hear just fine. You can see just fine. If you have your earbuds, you can put those in, and that still helps out a lot. But it really does give you the ability to pull yourself back out of the meeting just a little bit, where you're not right there in your face as the entire screen, which is not bad, but it just gives you a little more depth when you do that, and it'll separate you just a little bit. So one of the first things we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of accent light. Now, you don't need to go crazy when you're doing this, but it is important that you have light on your face. So first off, you want to have a good window light. To the side here, I've got a big window here, and then the window behind me, I don't have any direct light coming in there yet. If I was having light coming in from behind me, then what I'd want to do is I'd really want to either shade that or turn the camera so that isn't overwhelming the scene or the Zoom meeting. But I do want light on my face. And if you use a halogen light or something that's really, really bright, like a bulb, then you're going to get a really white light. It's going to really kind of harsh you out. So if you can use a lamp shade, if you're using an LED light, which is not hot, then you can put a scarf over, something like that, or basically a simple lamp. And I'll show you a lamp that I'm going to use here in just a second. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the back lamp. Okay, so the back lamp is going to come on, and it's just going to give just a little bit of light. Now, we already have a lot of light in this room. Since this room is downstairs, we have the sun out today. As we turn on the back light, you're going to notice that the coloring is going to get a lot better as well. That contrast, not only does it pull you out of the background, but it also is going to start adding color into the room that allows you to have a little bit better skin tone, not be so harsh. As you can see, as it swipes across there, I go from having a very yellow hue to a very vibrant blue and a much more natural look. So, but it does give you the ability to kind of see the lamp in the behind, kind of gives you just a little bit of depth to the shot. You also want to make sure that your background is not too cluttered. Keep it family photos. Have different things that you have that are interesting to you or that are related to your work. Boxes and paperwork and that kind of stuff. You really can, it's not hard to hide that, for at least for the Zoom meeting, which is going to be about an hour and a half maybe. So that's pretty simple to do. And again, a couple of the important tips here are: one, have a tripod, or have your phone or your iPad or your computer at eye level. Very, very important to start there. The other thing too is to get it back away from you just a little bit, so that you're not right there in front of you. Give yourself a little accent light. Oops, sorry, this way. Give yourself a little accent light, right? Something behind you that just kind of gives you some depth and really pulls you out of the background just a little bit. And of course, good face light. So having good face light, and then obviously, and your background. You want to make sure that your background is free of debris, it's clutter free, and just looks professional. So let's go ahead and jump into a Zoom meeting. Hey, so now we're in our Zoom meeting. Now we have recorded this through our Zoom app. So this is exactly how you're going to see it when you're on Zoom. We haven't messed with the lighting, we haven't messed with the tones, and we haven't messed with the audio.
So it's exactly how it's going to come through on your Zoom. With just a little bit of work, a little bit of thought, very little money, just home lamps and things that you have in your own house, you can take your Zoom meeting up just a slight notch to give you a little bit higher quality and a little bit better production value. Professionalism is why we are in the business of what we do, of whatever we do. You want to come across as professional as possible, and this gives you that ability to do that. My name is Scott Steffi. I'm with MadCity Media, and if you need to get in touch with me, feel free to reach out to me at any time, and I would love to work with you, whether it's a Zoom trick that you'd like to know, or some ideas on Zoom, or if you're looking to produce a video for your business. I'm available almost anytime. Thanks again, and have a great day.